Thank you so much for tuning in to Luco T podcast hosted by Manushka Jessica. Thank you so much for tuning in. What I wanted to talk to you guys about was Usala Vance. This is J.D. Vance's wife, her being subject to racist and xenophobia attack. Pretty much the problem they have with her is that she's of Indian heritage. I find it somewhat disturbing that she's not viewed as American. And then again, we all know what the word American means. Most people get that word confused, especially those that come from different countries. When they hear that word American, they think it means them. But in America, when they say the word American, they are actually talking about white American. When they're not talking about white Americans, they actually put label to it. They'll either say they're talking about the black, the coloreds, the Spaniel, the Asians, the Indians. They'll tell you exactly what demographic they're talking about. But because we have so many people that come here and their family may have been successful, they may have been able to assimilate far as education wide. But as we can see, when it comes to phenotype, and aesthetic, they never assimilate like that because the reason is that she comes from a well-to-do family, according to what they're saying. So actually, it's the other way around. It's not him that married down. It was her that married down because she came from a very successful family that has way more money than his family. So, but the way in America people are conditioned to think, you tend to think it's the other way around. She's the nobody that had to marry somebody to be seen. And actuality, that's not it, the way it is. I personally don't like them trying to make her look as Caucasian as they can because let's get real, the girl is brown skin. Your eyes can see this is a brown skin lady. I find her to look awkward in some of the clothes they put her in. She doesn't come off authentic. She comes off as artificial, like when they had the little pink dress on her. Then they had the thing around her neck. She just came off as an artificial. She didn't come off sincere. I think she would have looked much better if they would have at least attempted to put her in some of her ethnic clothes, the clothes which she looks like. I mean, our eyes are seeing an Indian woman here. Okay, so that's what we're seeing here. And then also found out that she's vegan, so she has the diet of her people. So therefore, she doesn't eat meat. So if she doesn't eat meat, it'd have been good to have her showing some good Indian, maybe vegan dish, maybe some tasty dish. Like they could probably and showing all the season, like that's stuff that she should stay doing. Or wherein here and there have her show up with some ethnic clothes like that celebrate her inheritance. But instead of having her put on some kind of like Europeanish clothes, they try to do her hair, try to, for me it's like they're trying to do everything to make her look like she's one of them. And the more they try to force this, she's one of us, the more artificial she looks to me. She doesn't come off authentic. When they're putting the blue jeans on her and stuff like that. Um, it looks like, to be honest with you, she looks awkward in these clothes. So I'm not sure whether she wears that in real life. There's a possibility she normally probably didn't do that, because it was just one of them she had on. She just looked weird to me. Like she looked like she's in comfort in her skin. The way she walks in them, she looks very uncomfortable with what she's wearing. So unless she must have like or maybe she have one foot that's longer than the other. It's something with her feet. The way she walks, she has this weird, awkward way of walking. And I'm thinking it could be maybe due to what she has on. Maybe that's not what she would typically wear. So it could be a little bit out of body discomfort. But I find her to be like, Because I was thinking like she's Hindu. She's she's definitely of Indian heritage and Hindu faith. So I know the Hindus, they tend to dress a certain way or stuff like that. But then again, we are talking about a Hindu. That's really what she is. She's a Hindu born here in America. She's an Indian born here in America. She's born to Indian parents from India. So this is not like a second generation. She's not far removed from the culture, the language, the food, the religion. She's just not far removed. So basically, you could say that this is a place that they came to give birth. The older I get, I start to understanding that when someone said, these people born in different places, they came here to give birth. They choose a place to give birth because there's no way you could actually take 200 something years of institutionalized any country and blend it all down to a child just recently born. There's just going to be so much misunderstanding, and it seemed like that's what's going there. And I don't understand this whole Nick Frente situation with her, because his is even a worse subject because he's not even born here. That man is born in Mexico. He's a white Mexican. So I don't even know the audacity of him to even attack her. I like, dude, you're not even born here. At least she's born here, you know. Okay, so you call her an anchor baby. What did I call you? You're not even born here, you know. So I'm like, and it looked like you breaking the contract you signed to be a U.S. citizen. It stated that you cannot be here creating trouble, and you're like creating trouble, man. To be honest with you, that's not to become a U.S. citizen. You must not participate in any form of troublemaking in the country. You must be an upstanding, law-abiding citizen. You got to get along with everything, and the fact that you're here, who gives you the right to say she can't be here? You're not related, biologically related to none of the European males or the so-called founders. I wouldn't say fathers because um, they sure would object to what's her name, Ursula being their child, because they know goddamn well she ain't no kin to them. But but the founders probably would even object to her even being here, and that's the truth. They would object to a lot of people being here, and they would even object to you, Nick Fuentes, being here too. So that's the whole hubris about the whole thing. Anyway, um, so that really got me how he kept on attacking. Like, why is this man attacking her? You know, um, the fact is he can't escape it. He has a brown wife and he has brown kids, and I just wish that they make her dress a little bit more authentically herself. Every time I see her, she doesn't look authentic to me. She looks artificial, and that's them trying so hard to make her be to get the people to relate with her. It's them trying to sell an illusion of her that's not her. So most of the time, like, can the real Ursula Vance, can she please stand up? Please stand up. Can the artificial one please sit down? Please sit down. I don't think they realize people can tell when someone is being their true self and when someone is being artificially process for public consumption. So I'm waiting for the real one to please stand up, please stand up, and I'm waiting for the artificial one to please sit down, please sit down. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching Luco T podcast. If you like, please subscribe. You have a great one. Bye.